Morning all, it's about 10:45 on Sunday the 10th of September, and here I am again, Canvey Island. Only I've done Canvey Island, so I don't need to do Canvey Island today. We're going that way today to Two Tree Island and beyond. Basically, short one today, 8 to 12 miles, depending if I get bogged down on this Two Tree Island. Finishing at Southend on Sea, on the end of the pier. One of the longest pleasure pier in the world, apparently. I'm looking forward to that. I thought I saw it in the distance last time, but it was it was sort of in the haze, and I couldn't work. I thought it was a ship, but it's that far out, so we'll see. Anyway, see lots of that as we go. Anyway, oh yeah, How to Murder Time. I'm Tim. Hello. England Coast Path, which is still a thing here at the moment. We've even got acorns, look. So I'm enjoying a rare section of actually marked path. So that's good. So yeah, I'm going to get on with it. It's yesterday was the hottest day of the year, despite being the 9th of September. 32.5 degrees recorded at at Heathrow. So I bought two litres of water today, and I'm going to have to be keeping an eye out for lemonade shops, because yeah, it could be a bad one if I got my thinnest gauge trousers on, but still no shorts, because you know there's no excuse for that kind of thing. So yeah, let's crack on and get some miles done before it gets really hot. I'm expecting it to get to about 28 or 29, like about 4 o'clock today, so should be just coming into Southend at that point. But got 2 whole litres of water on me. So I think I'm alright. I think I'm going to be okay. I mean, it's hot, but it's not, 45 degrees. Yeah, and this is going to be the last stage of my my little summer project. This will put me pretty much definitively at the mouth of the Thames, Southend Pier. And just in time as well, because next week I start my backpack trip, which will be, well, I'll talk more about that later, I suppose, but yeah, heading off and round the corner and starting up the north coast of England. So just about got that right, really, these weekend trips over the summer. I'm going to go straight into my backpack week being in relatively good shape. That's the plan anyway. So yeah, that's what have we got here. So that's a Benfleet tidal barrier. So some of all the stuff that side on Canvey Island was all concrete walls, flood defenced, and the stuff that side is a bit more earthworksy. Obviously this is the mark of the severe tidal danger. Oh yeah, just been on the previous one of those. So my car is at Southend over that way somewhere. It's actually quite a short stage today, 8 miles I think, just straight there. I mean, a bit more with the pier. I may or may not bother with Two Tree Island. I don't have to do islands, and it's just a small little nature reserve, so we'll see. But yeah, it's going to be the heat today. There's a little bit of a breeze, which is probably going to mean I don't actually die today. But yeah, going to be quite challenging, this one. Glad it's not a long one. Glad I don't have a big bag. I know it's going to calm down next week for my... Oh, there is under surveillance. Well, your surveillance is under surveillance, so there. Right, I'm still going through because that's where the path is. Red line is the public footpath. Yes, gate to Country Park. All right, well, just coming through. Oh yeah, and watch out for adders. Yeah, that second one I saw was definitely an adder then. That's the stripy back there. Yes, I'm going to have to hopefully not meet so many snakes today. I think he's a recorded message. That's probably the most go away public access footpath message I've ever heard. Shut up now, he can't detect me. Stupid robot. Right, going to get some walking done before I have to faint in the shade of a large tree. And out we go. Out past the mooring boat park thing. Pretty much following the railway today. You can see it all, the pylons stretching away into the distance. It's quite a hazy day, low visibility. Can't see that far onto the horizon. There's all Canvey over there, golf course and such. The Canvey Heights Country Park on the end. We're going that way instead. Across these adder-infested grasslands. Gosh, I hope I'm not going to end up wild camping anywhere there's adders. I mean, did they snuggle into bodies for warmth in the night? Am I going to roll over and get stabbed by one? Important minds want to know. Important minds, well, my mind anyway. Curious minds want to know. I'll have to look it up. So yeah, this is nice. It's like just big open bit of foreshore. It's a sort of, I don't know, natural. This one doesn't look man-made in terms of sea defences. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just very old. See that castle on the horizon there? I need to look that up. I said I was going to do last time. Where is it? There it is. Centre shot. Yes. Some googling to do, clearly. I keep moving though. I mean, the breeze is alright, but yeah, it's going to be hot today. I need to be careful. To do myself a mischief. Simply wouldn't do. But fantastic flat salt bed marsh type terrain. River estuaries, and quite a lot of people out on paddle boards today as well. So I was coming past on the train. So I expect we'll see a lot of sea frontage stuff. We're basically entering proper seaside holiday territory now. Southend on Sea being essentially the Bournemouth of the east, I suppose. Relatively easy access from London. So you go, either go there or you go to Brighton. So yeah, and it's a nice hot day. A bit too hot if you ask me, but there you go. Yeah, nice day to relax on the beach, and here I am, striding through Adderlands. Good. A beautiful day. Those paddleboarders have finally overtaken me. Been neck and neck for about half an hour. Got very hot knees. They look like they're so cool, so relaxed, so calm. Might just be, but it just went past and the bow wave gave them all a bit of a shock. So yeah, you can see the sea wall on the other side. I'll go in zoom mode. 20 times zoom. Here's the wall in the centre of the shot. I'll have a look after this. Yeah, came along on that last time. That was a golf course. A big long caravan park and then country park on the end. So that's Hadley Castle. I've looked it up. It was built in the 1200s during the reign of Richard the, I've forgotten already. Yeah, open to the public in English heritage. I got that one. It's got quite large grounds around that tower on the top of the hill there. But alas, we go nowhere near it on today's trip. So you'll have to do your own research, folks. Yeah, quite a few people on the trail, joggers and runners mostly, mountain bikes and such. Yeah, another bike going over the gate there. Nice wide flat path as well. Very difficult for adders to take me by surprise, or vice versa. Not that I'm obsessing about adders. It's fine. It's totally fine. I think they just get a bad press, really, poor things. I mean, they flee at the first chance they get from people. Unless you're a mouse, they're not really that interested. Definitely a case of they're more scared of us than we are of them. So rather than how scared of them we are, though. Must be racial memory and legends spun out of control. Tales from countries where aggressive snakes do come and attack people. I've only seen 2 snakes in the wild, and you were there for both of them. So, you know, nice little had an instinctive fight or flight reflex kick in quite badly. So, I wonder they're protected species. It's against the law to poke them with sticks or hit them and things. That's fine. I have no intention of doing so. As long as they get out of my way, we can all live in harmony. But yes, I mean, if the average human being's reaction to seeing one of those is to freak out and either hit it with a stick or run away, then not surprising that they become shyer and shyer over generations. Bold, curious ones who just want to pop up and say hello to the big human tend to get their heads bashed in and don't have children. It's pretty much what we do to anything that can even remotely challenge our dominance of this planet. Look at sharks. Oh, Yeah, it's actually a beautiful day. I'm really pleased. I was having an worry about the heat and the temperature and stuff, and thought about maybe not bothering, but this is the only week I've got to be able to do this, because it's straight onto the backpacking week, and I've already taken that week off work, so yeah. But no, it's a grand day. Could do with a few degrees less perhaps, but high overcast haze there. It's okay. And visibility's down, so I won't be able to see very far off of headlands and things, but it does soak up a bit of the UV. Fantastic landscape. We really are in places I've no idea about anything about, you know. At least, you know, around the south coast I had some passing familiarity with it from previous visits, but this corner of the country I've never been. This is all brand new for me. Well, I mean, I say brand new. I drove to Southend earlier today and parked the car and got a train back along here, but you know what I mean. Once we go around the corner at the end of Shoebury Ness on the hiking week, it really is going to be terra incognito for me. I mean, I've got maps and things. Obviously, I spy it and Google Street View and map space, you know, satellite view and stuff a bit just to get basic familiarity, but brand new experiences. To be honest, I'm not sure I can have said that for any of what I've done so far. I've spent holidays and day trips and visits to a lot of places on my routes thus far before I actually got there on foot. I mean, yes, certainly fantastic seeing these places from a new perspective, you know, walking into them from the shoreline instead of, you know, driving in from the nearest link road and parking in the central car park and walking to the seafront down the main street. It's quite fascinating seeing strange, you know, seeing familiar places but from the other way around, you know, coming in from the coast, going back out again. But no, yeah, I mean, pretty much, well, I mean, certainly the Dover and Folkestone. I mean, I've been to Dover once or twice, but, you know, just the carport. But yeah, pretty much all of this end of the world is new and fascinating. That's great. But then the East Coast, I've basically never been to any of it. So that's going to be fantastic. I'm going to be exploring in the true sense. I mean, yes, obviously other people have discovered, you know, other people have discovered Grimsby before me, but I haven't. In my own experience. That's what this is about. This is why I do it, I think. I mean, it's not about the distance. I could just arbitrarily pick a loop route around where I live and do it, like, you know, 10,000 times and rack up the same amount of mileage. Have seen nothing new, you know. And the coast is a good mark, you know, it's a nice, easy, followable, navigatable border, you know, and happens to have paths along most of it. So that seems the weird thing. And I like the sea too. But I think a big part of it for me is is literally the seeing completely new horizons. I play a lot of video games. Regular viewers may remember that, but the video games I tend to gravitate to are generally fabricated worlds, simulated planets, you know, whole countries and landscapes that you in your little virtual self can go off and explore and, yes, have adventures in, kill bad guys, whatever. But such a big draw of those sorts of games in particular for me is being able to just, you know, stand on promontories and look at unfamiliar horizons. And yeah, okay, it's a video game simulation, but here I am doing it for real, you know, as well. But doing it for real is a bit more hard work. Got some sort of foresty, shrubby bit coming up, some trees. Because I don't have to worry about wild camping just yet, but I've already been scouting out via satellite some likely looking places for the week after next. Yeah, I do intend to try and wild camp the whole week if I can, just so that I can prove to myself I can still do it, get back into it. I mean, the Margate week was a bit of a shambles. I did wild camp twice, used the tent 2 nights. Was it twice? On the yes, 2 nights, which is, you know, okay. It proves I can do it. It proves I can use the new tent. But felt like it was the exception, not the rule. And well, I was one night in a B&B, one night in a travel lodge, and then got on the train went home. So I was only up 3 nights in total. And I've been doing this day tripping ever since. So I have to worry I can't do it. Well, we'll find out next week, won't we? So that's yeah, coming up towards the end of Canvey. which was a nice enough place, but once we're past the end of Canvey, we'll be out looking out to sea, basically. I think we can probably call it the sea now. Solent on Sea. No, not Solent. Southend on Sea. Yeah, Southend on Sea they call it. It's not Southend on Thames. Yeah, I've missed the open sea, the whole horizon to the right hand side being just completely, you know, water and sky. Be good to see that again. Right, more walking, less talking. So that's Two Tree Island, that. We're passing on the north side of it, there's a little creek separating it. There's only one bridge on and off of there, and it's actually quite a small island. It's about 2 miles long and a half a mile north-south. It hasn't really got a circumferential, yeah, whatever. It hasn't got a path that goes all the way around it. So I think I could drop on there, move and follow the road down to the far side, then come straight back across the bridge again, or I could just bypass it and carry on. I think I might. Flush with the success of Canvey Island, I'm not going to ruin it by trying another optional island stage. Plus the heat today, I want to probably try and keep this a short one if I can. Sound like model aeroplanes. Or drones. Odd thing to be doing, like bird sanctuary, but there you go. I'm sure they're allowed to be there. Let's see. Hard to figure out, I think it's quite hazy today. Hard to see distant things. This is just me. Rather idyllic train swishing across a harvested late summer landscape. Sort of thing postcards are made of. That's a C2C train. Apparently they have the gig in this part of the world. I don't really know what that means. Coast to coast, maybe? I don't know. I only ever see them on a Sunday, so I don't really know what their general deal is, but there do seem to be quite a lot of closed, not much happening, very few staff, quite untidy. A lot of engineering works. Engineering works is engineering works. That happens on Sundays everywhere on the network. Don't know, I have no particular opinion on them league table wise. Right, let's keep moving. I might stop for a drink actually, that's probably a good idea. I need to be doing that more today. I will just, you know, totter over and collapse in an adder infested hedge. So I can hear it, I can't see it. Yeah. Oh well, so much for optional stage then. So yes, over there, but also over there. Okay, well it's an optional stage I suppose. Alright, then let's go and have a look. So we've done 3 1/4 so far. And we carry on that way to Leon Sea, I think. But yeah, so acorns are implying that we do have to go over there. I'll have a look. I didn't think there was an actual route around the place. Go and have a look then I suppose. Only be another couple of miles. Do want to try and get back to the car by 6 today. I mean the parking ticket ends at 6, but I don't know whether that's they mean they don't charge after 6 or whether the place is closed after 6. There's a big open air one near the seafront, so it's probably fine. Alright, well we're going to have a look over there then if there's an acorn. Might be some small token loop thing. Two Tree Isle. More than 2, I can see them from here. Yes, yes. In the unlikely event of getting bitten, you must get treatment. Please respect them and learn to like them. Oh, that's a tall order. I mean, respect, absolutely. I'll choose my friends, thank you. Oh, we're still here. I mean, hopefully it just sort of goes there and back, really. Appears to. Oh, okay. Confused. Some over there. So I haven't really budgeted to do the entire circumference of this island. I would have another 4 or 5 miles on today. Came from that way. And then it goes over there as well. Okay, looks like we've got a bit of loop going on there, so I suppose we've got to try that side first and then comes back through here. Okay, give it a go. And there's me bitching about signage the whole time. I can't very well ignore it when they've provided some. Here we go. Just see how many miles this puts on. Actually not too many. Is there a map? Ah, here we go, there's a map. Right. Okay, so I'm reckoning we're probably going around the outside and then looping back up. Probably not going this side, I don't know. Oh wow, maybe we're going to do the whole thing. Who knows? Baby bird season. Dog poo is toxic. Watch out for the freaking adders. Oh, which one of these do I need to follow? God, I'm lost. The signs have led me into the middle of nowhere to die. I'm going to take that one. Seems like the right sort of direction. Also, what's that distant booming? Very regular. Somebody's calling a sandworm. Not helpful. Oh, lost it. Model Spitfire. That one is a jet. That's gone. You can hear it whistling. Actually a model jet fighter, an actual model jet engine. Pretty impressive. Oh, here we go. In that way, right, we are going all the way around the island. Okay, this is going to be a much longer day than I thought. That's okay. Found a shaded bench of the dead. Cherished memories of Elsie Mae Britton, 11/5/1913 to 21/1/1998, and John Albert Britton, 23/05/1915, 30/01/2009. Loving parents, grandparents and great-grandparents, with fond memories of the last 10 years from Piggy Britton, January 2009. Well, there we go. I haven't sat on a memorial for a while, so I think I will. So it's about midday, doing well. But yes, sudden revelation that I may have to do the entire Two Tree Island as well, which I put another 4 miles on probably, which will make it more of a 19er again. That's okay, just wish it wasn't quite so warm. Yeah, we're all good. New bag. The last one was essentially a nylon sack with shoulder straps and was very bad on the sweat area. This one's got a kind of sort of lattice work foam padded section, so that should allow the sweat to go away and not just, you know, give me rashes and sores. Slightly larger side pockets, although I don't really want to hang the water out the side. That's fine, I can stop and open it. Usual gubbins on the back, it's all good. Just a day bag. Still got the same old rucksack for the main thing. This is nice. Oh, there's a bit of a breeze actually, and it's good in the shade. Yeah, I might stop for 15 minutes or so here. There we go, a bit of local information. As I circumnavigate this entirely superfluous island. What's a landfill site? Yeah. Lots of bees apparently. Admiring from afar. Don't stand on the bee banks. Is that it? Maybe. There's a hide over there for watching birds from. Big bird marsh just off the shore there. Can't see a lot from here, but yeah, I'm still very surprised about the model area enthusiasts on the middle of the bird sanctuary island, but I guess that's fun. I mean, they're probably meant to be here. The signs up warning of aircraft activity are all around there a bit, so presumably they're allowed to do it, but I don't know, it seems counterintuitive. So we're sort of level with the end of Canvey now, and looping back around and heading east once more, which is encouraging. Don't mind the extra mile, I just wish I'd known ahead of time, that's all. Could have planned it all a bit better. Still on 2 trees. Found a shady bit. It's got pleasant. Thought I saw one of the trees as well, but I'm not sure. I'd have to check one of the placards. There. So following around. Looks like it is going to make me see all of it. Oh, that's fine. There's some sort of beach. Car park? Don't know. A mini boat yard. Handle borders and what have you. But we'll see a better view of that as we get closer. For now, just following the acorns. It's pretty much my thing, really. It's what I do. It'd be quite easy to trick and trap, to be honest. Just put a load of those lying along the path. Yep, straight on. Don't get to see what's in there. Ooh, good. Alright, looks like we do the other half as well. In memory of Molly Drake MBE. It's pretty straightforward, simple. Yeah, well, this is clearly the most used bit of path. There's a few junctions, but some people in the distance as well. Right, follow the retaining sea defence then. That's good. We're in the wind again now. Takes the edge off. Yeah, I got haze. Can't really see much of Southend. Get clearer as we get nearer, obviously. That's the end of Canvey. And the open sea. Brilliant. That is very green. Not too much green algae in there, I think. I'm on snake watch again. Keep seeing signs. A bit more context. I think we're nearly back to the car park and loop back to the road now. I think we're basically somewhere around here-ish. It's nice. Charming little day trip nature reserve, you know. Not too big, not too small. There's not so much stuff here that it's really busy and loud. It's just, you know, doing its thing. It's nice. Right, through here. Oh, bloody hell, look at this. Yes. Wild camping, yeah, that's the real problem. Oh, I haven't got the time or the energy or the capacity to pick all that up, unfortunately. It's just, I mean, that's like household refuse sack, that is. It's not just like a load of junk food thrown out of a car. Oh well, we're going this way. That was 2 Tree Isle, back here again. On this way next to Leon Sea. Hopefully I can get a lemonade. That'd go down very well right now. Some lunchtime bag of crisps. Yeah. Coming off the end of 2 Tree Island now, on the mainland side. Into Leon Sea. This looks like civilization and our old friends, the spiky aluminium fence. It's returned in force. So that's Leon Sea Station, came through there. I'm basically just following the railway all the way along now. Hopefully there's a way through or around on this. There's definitely going to be pubs and shops coming up, so could do with a stop and a drink. Getting on. What time is it? It's about 1 o'clock now. I wouldn't even want to hazard a guess at the temperature, but I'm okay. But I do need to keep drinking. Following the railway though. Very busy this road. There's a lot of people there. People come in the other way. I think we're into Promenade territory. This is less picturesque than many promenades I've seen. I expect to get more picturesque as we travel eastwards. But we'll see. Hopefully that means an open ice cream van somewhere. Oh, car coming. Big bridge over the railway. Nice mural, like that. There's an old load of they're all fish sheds. A lot of them are closed, some of them are open, selling fresh fish. And there's a little restaurant as well. I'll keep going though, see what we can find up in the town proper. Yeah. Cockles and mussels and all that. Found civilization. Down there, I guess, next. Or is it over there? I think the restaurant might be in the way. I'll have to check. Definitely got a drink down there though, that's good. Right. Onward through that. I guess their village fete. Although, yeah, possibly the heat's been too much for someone. Typical. Just head down, trudge on through. All the pubs and cafes and restaurants are going to be far too busy for me to be relaxed and comfortable. I should probably be looking for a co-op or something. Look at all this queuing. I have no truck with queuing. There we go, moderately refreshed. Yeah, I'm not sure that beach is naturally occurring. It's pretty mud slicky out there. Still, people all take anything in their stride when it comes to having a proper holiday. I haven't seen a sign, but I think this is it. Just follow this now, really. Stay this side of the railway, which is just there. And onto Westcliff, I think, is the next one. Dinky little place we shot through on the train. Yeah, it's a bit muddy for my liking. To wonder what. Oh, those people are quite far out. Bet there's no lifeguard. To wonder what Southend's like. Is that all mud slick as well, or has they got a proper beach there? I mean, we'll find out, obviously. Imagine there's a story there. Still got an anti-aircraft gun on it. Here is the story. Sort of minesweeper come yacht clubhouse with original armament. Cool. Very low tide here. I don't know if it's low tide or still going out, but let's go out about half a mile. Slick mud stuff. Seems quite dangerous to walk on, but there's loads of people out and about on it in the distance. And more of a proper beach here, though. It looks a bit shingly, quite stony. You're going to need your flip-flops there, I think. Still very busy, very subscribed. And again, mostly mudslicks. Don't know if it changes around this headland. I don't know, we'll see. I think I can just about make out the pier in the distance. There we go. Maybe like this will continue right to Southend on the Sea Pier, which I can just see in the haze in the distance. I'll have to come back and zoom mode, hang on. Let's see. Assuming I'm targeting correctly today. There we go, that is the pier end. That is 1.3 miles out. It's mad. And we're going to walk along it before the end of today. Yes. So I believe that. I think I saw about this when I was looking at the other one. So this is the North Bank version of the London Stone we saw down at. Oh, where was that? That was around sort of Grain. So I think we're directly north of Grain at this point. I mean, it's too far away to see. It's about 20 miles away from here now. Curvature of the earth and all that, and the haze not helping. Don't know if we'll be able to see the south bank from the end of the pier, maybe. Yeah. Marks the ye olde borough of the City of London, like the other one we saw, just on the north bank of the Thames. Interesting. I'd forgotten there was a second one of those. I saw it in the Wikipedia article about the first one. Right, promenading well here. I really do think this is going to go all the way to the pier now and beyond. So we've done the difficult bit of the day. It's just cruising along this sort of beach and enjoying the ambience. Maybe some ice cream next. Yes, I think I deserve one. Oh, that is a mind-blowing pier. It's coming into focus a bit now. It's a bit nearer. Less haze. That's a jolly long pier. Longer than the one at the Isle of Wight with the ferry terminal on the end and the train station. That was jolly long too. Should have to investigate on foot. There's like a shop at the end because I don't think I can make it there and back without a lemonade halfway through. I'll have to see. I mean, that mud's a bit off-putting, but I've just seen a sign saying it's a blue flag beach, so I guess it must be clean. Maybe it's just wet sand. It doesn't seem quite stony though. Not a perfect Cornish beach by any stretch. Still, you work with the geography you've got. Ooh, very large boat in the background. Let me come back in zoom mode. Okay. So assuming I'm targeting what I think I'm targeting, is the MSC Vigo on its way from somewhere in Estonia that begins with V to London Gateway Port. That big old Tilbury dock thing we had to go for days and miles around and around. Seeing 13 knots and there's a 10-metre draft. And I didn't catch the flag of convenience the flag it was running under, but probably wouldn't have recognised it anyway. Okay. That's 7.5 zoom. Yeah. Alright, onwards. Definitely getting ice cream o'clock. So let's find somewhere with a small enough queue. A very low tolerance for queuing. Okay, so we're sort of close enough so that you can see actual human beings on it now. Yeah, there's a human-sized buildings on the end. That's like a little bus shelter type arrangement for in case it rains when you're all the way out there. Looking forward to it. It's going to be an adventure. Got to get there first. Fun fair ahead. Old funicular railway. Still haven't been on one of those. Not going on one today. Thought I'd go around Adventure Island. Get straight to the pier. Ice cream stop. Rum and raisin. A can there as well. And look. They have a tariff. £6.20 for the train. They've got a 6-carriage train that runs up and down it. £2.50 to walk. Oh well, got to do it. Yeah, I needed that. So yeah, anyway, basically, it is 2:15. Oh, it's quite hot. It's about 28 degrees. And I basically made it. This pier was essentially the end of today. My car's sort of through streets that way, so that's fine. Although I don't think I'm done until I get to the end of the pier, to be honest. I'm not paying £6.70 to sit on a train for both ways. I'm going to walk both ways. It says be brave and walk both ways. Not my first rodeo. So yeah, I'm going to walk to the end of the pier, and then I'll talk to you probably along the way because it's a mile and a third. So you know, I can't stop talking for that long. £2.50. Still, I've just paid that for an ice cream, so you know, it's all relative. This is the walking both ways entrance. Rather quiet. So I might imagine quite a queue for the train. Yeah, I've seen some of these. I wonder if they're the same guy, same tags. Very similar to the ones we saw along the shore on the concrete, along the Thames further up. Fascinating. Alright, there we go. We're walking along a pier that's so far away, its far end is in haze. Oh, it's only a mile and a bit, God, what's wrong with you, man? Well, you haven't already walked about 10 miles to get here. I think I'm probably one of the most well-prepared people for this trip. Everyone else is just strolling along in their flip-flops, a little bottle of Evian if they're lucky. I've got spare bootlaces, lights, a foil blanket, 2 litres of water, gaiters. I haven't got I didn't bring the waterproof trousers. No, I think the waterproof trousers are in there. I forgot my anorak today. I didn't think I'd need it. So yeah, whistle, compass, map. There we go, you can see the train. It docks at a light station underneath this platform here. It's essentially a 6-car tube train. The London Underground style. Yeah. Right, well I better crack on. Not getting any closer. That stops along the way, do you think? Season tickets. I'm not going to record the entire thing because that'd be a bit dull. You can sort of see why they need a pier this long though. I mean, that is a very shallow tidal range. If you look over there, there's all people just sort of standing around in the water right the way out to there. So probably shallows outright, so about half the length of the pier, maybe a third. I don't know, that does still seem very overspec'd. Was there a bet that got out of hand, or? That tide looks like it's still going out from the direction of the weed underneath. Yeah, I'm going to find a sign somewhere that explains why the hell this thing's quite so long. Are they just going for a record? Is it just trying to length for the sake of it? Or did it once have paddle steamers mooring at the far end or something? Certainly nothing with any kind of keel could approach very close to Southend. It's all very shallow, shelving off. Look, you can see the extent of the muds over there as well. Yeah. First bus shelter approaching. No buses, obviously. It's not even a train stop. Not sure what this is. Fascinating artefact. So glad I came here and saw this. Look at these people having a seat. I don't go all the way to the end without sitting down a bit. Not proud of it or anything, it's just what I do. Start to get some idea of what's ahead. It's Shoebury Ness in the very far end of that. And we turn the corner, head on up the coast. Next stop, Berwick-on-Tweed, probably. Yeah. There's people wading still this far out. Well, that's the view back. And we're probably not halfway yet. Brilliant. Reckoning this is probably halfway. That's passing points. There it comes. It's like speed. Alright, I'm going to keep on trucking. I mean, it'll probably beat me, but I've saved a lot of money. Still going. It's fantastic. Still not very deep either. So I think on the left is a lifeboat station on the end. I think the middle bit's a restaurant or a cafe or something. Might be a few little funfair thingies on the other bit. Train station, obviously. That train was absolutely packed. All the seats were full and there was a couple of people standing. And it was like a 6-carriage underground, London Underground carriage, essentially. Mad. It's like people don't want to walk 2.6 miles in 28 degrees if they can avoid it. I don't mind, I'm doing all right. Suitably hydrated. There's a nice breeze on here, as you might imagine. Absolutely no wind shadow. It's coming from that sort of direction. It's nice, keeping me thermoregulated. I'm doing effective sweating. And yeah, It's just the surreality of it all is keeping me mentally amused, I have to say. It's just mad, like dreams, you know, something dreamlike about this. The lampposts are going to start warping in a minute. Clocks hanging off of them, melting. Edvard Munch. So that's the sea end station, Pier end. All sorts of eateries and things. I may partake later actually. I might stop for a bit of a bite. It's only 3:15 at the moment. Done very well today, or just travelled a very short distance. Bit of both. Yeah, let's go and have a poke around on the end, and I shall probably talk to you some more. Go me! I can't tell if that's very low-lying cloud or the Isle of Thanet. I think it's got trees and things on. Hard to tell. Yeah. Tree line silhouettes. Thank you, 20 times zoom. Very helpful. So here we are, at the end of the world. Well, the end of a stage. The end of a bit, I've decided. The end of the Thames, pretty much. I mean, yeah, okay, there's a bit more over there. If you go around the corner on that end, then we'll be off the end of the Thames, and I'll probably talk about it again then as well. But this marks the end of my my Thames detour, my bonus weeks, my summer thing. It's been a good summer. Only got heavily rained on once. Barely ever got lost. It was all good. Only lost 2 toenails and a huge heel blister, but that's okay. They'll grow back, I think. That's how I read, anyway. That's all good. That must be Sheppey directly that way then, just poking out the top of the haze on the very edge of vision. Bloody Sheppey, yeah. Grrr. I'll have my revenge in this life or the next. So yes, I'm going to sign off now then. But that's okay, you don't have long to wait. I imagine John's just going to roll straight into the next week of thing, which is basically me going back to the end of that pier. Well, obviously I'm going to go back to the end of that pier today now, and carrying on across that way to the east, and then round the corner, and then we start our assault on the east coast of Great Britain, of England. The east coast, largely being Essex, Suffolk and Norfolk to begin with. I'm not going to worry too much about the bit beyond the Wash. I'm going to deal with Anglia first. And that's going to be a problematic week. This next week coming up, because there's a lot of rivers, a lot of inland detouring and marshland and so on, fens and the like. And we're going from, well, here to Malden, which you can look up near Chelmsford, across a number of rivers. There's one ferry I need to hit, and I can't hit that on a Monday. I'll tell you all about the logistics of it all when we get going. But yes, yeah, join me next week for that. Until then, thanks for watching all of these, and see you again soon. There better not be a ferry from Margate.